Hi, I'm Lou Mancuso, the Landing Doctor. Today's presentation compares the CIRRUS SR20 to the BRISTELL 915 Turbo. I hope you enjoy this comparison. First of all, acquisition costs. The BRISTELL 915 cost about $350,000 and the CIRRUS SR20 about $750,000. Delivery time, they're both about 12 months, but we ordered 5 BRISTELL 915s over a year ago, and there'll be 5 of them coming this summer of 2023. Difference is the BRISTELL 915 is certified under ASTM rules, so it can be flown without a medical and can be used commercially. The 915 can also be flown IFR in IMC when certified as an ELSA, but it's still a light plane, so it shouldn't be flown in hard IFR. The CIRRUS is an FAA certified plane, so of course it can be used commercially. It also has a stall-proof wing and 4 seats. The BRISTELL 915 can be maintained by an LSRM, which is light sport repairman. Even the owner can do his own maintenance after he takes a class. The 915 uses 93 octane premium auto gas or 100 low lead, and the CIRRUS SR20 has many maintenance centers around the country, so it has the edge for ease of maintenance around the country, although maintenance must be done by an A&P, and A&Ps are getting harder to keep and harder to find and more costly every year. Many schools use CIRRUS SR20s in their fleet, so it's relatively easy to get time in a CIRRUS before you commit to buying one. Speed. The 915 Turbo wins the prize, 157 knots at 18,000 feet. The CIRRUS SR20, 155 knots at 7,000 feet. Climb. Here's where the 915 really shines. Due to its light weight, the 915 Turbo climbs at an astonishing 1,500 feet per minute. The CIRRUS SR20, 828 feet per minute. Range, they're both very good. The BRISTELL at Eco Power is about 900 miles and the CIRRUS SR20 at 860, comparable on range. When you go into Eco mode, the BRISTELL, which carries 40 gallons of gas, will only burn 5 gallons in an hour, and that's how you can get to a 900-mile range. The CIRRUS SR20, if you throttle back a bit, will still burn 8 gallons an hour and give you a similar range of about 860 miles. Takeoff, due to the light weight, the BRISTELL 915 can clear a 50-foot obstacle in about 1,000 feet, SR20, 1,200 feet. General data. Length of the plane, the BRISTELL is 21 feet, the CIRRUS 28 feet, wingspan 27 on the BRISTELL, 39 on the CIRRUS, empty weight 850 on the BRISTELL and 2126 on the CIRRUS, gross weight 1320 BRISTELL, 3050 on the SR20, useful load 470 on the BRISTELL, 924 on the CIRRUS, stall speed 39 knots for the BRISTELL and 56 knots for the CIRRUS SR20. You bring in a BRISTELL, the approach speed is about 55 knots, and the approach speed in the CIRRUS is 78 knots. This is going to be critical. We'll get back to this later. Surface ceiling, a BRISTELL is 23,000, a CIRRUS 17.5. Engines, the BRISTELL uses the Rotax Turbo, 141 horsepower, and the CIRRUS uses the Continental 215 normally aspirated engine. Turbocharging, only the BRISTELL. Intercooler, just the BRISTELL. Electronic control, only the BRISTELL. Water and air cooled, only the BRISTELL. TBO, 1,200 for the 915, 2,000 for the Continental 215 in the SR20. Overhaul cost, about 20,000 for the Rotax and about 40,000 for the Continental. Avionics, both have Garmin, both have 10-inch screens, both have electronic stability protection, which keeps the plane within an envelope if the bank gets too much or the pitch is out of whack. Both planes, the autopilot will take over and correct if it's out of the envelope, and they both have the great Garmin autopilot. Comfort. In a BRISTELL, the comfortable seats are raised so the pilot has noticeably better visibility over the nose and cruise when looking at the ground or during landing. Both aircraft are best in class when it comes to comfort, with very wide cockpits and great seats. Safety, the parachute. The Cirrus SR20, it's mandatory they all come with a parachute. The one thing you might want to keep in mind is if the parachute is deployed, it doesn't guarantee safety, as there is no control of the aircraft once the chute is deployed. And also the recovery system must be maintained as part of the certified aircraft, and the ongoing expenses in the future will be about $12,000 every 6 or 7 years to repack the chute and replace the rocket. On the Bristell 915, on the other hand, almost all of them arrive pre-wired for the BRS recovery system. So if you want a parachute in a Bristell, you certainly can have one. The parachute is a costly option and may not be necessary in the 915, as it has a 39-knot stall speed and can land almost anywhere. The parachute adds 44 pounds and needs to be repacked from time to time, which adds a considerable expense. So because of the low stall speed, the Bristell has many choices on landing, and there's a good chance you can make off-airport landing in a Bristell without getting hurt. Each new Bristell owner, now the next thing is safety, is training. And in the Bristell, each new Bristell owner gets a specific training based on his needs. The training is guided by Lou Mancuso, the landing doctor's system that includes a personal limitation checklist, ground proximity awareness training, and the oversight of a landing doctor's CFI. The CIRRUS, each owner gets excellent training that was designed by the factory, and they also do a great job of training. Safety, rate of climb. The Bristell 915 Turbo climbs, as we said before, at 1,500 feet per minute, which gets you safely up above mountains and cloud tops. The 23,000 service ceiling is proof that the 915's climbing prowess. The SR20 with 215 horsepower, because it's normally aspirated, does not have nearly the climb of the turbocharged 915 and also the lightweight plane, and has a surface ceiling of only 17,500 compared to the Bristell's 23,000 feet. The other component of safety is the engine. The Bristell 915 Turbo is both water-cooled and air-cooled, has an intercooler, a deflector fin, and an electronic control unit, all which help to manage the heat and keep the engine cool, especially at altitude. The Cirrus SR20, that engine relies on the pilot to use the proper fuel mixture and throttle settings and cowl flaps to control engine temperatures. So the Rotax is a more modern engine with the ability to keep cool due to the air and water cooling, the intercooler, and electronic control. The other thing with the engine, the 141 horsepower Rotax engine is a modern engine that provides electricity with a highly reliable stator. The Rotax uses electronic starting packs versus the old, less reliable magnetos. In the Cirrus SR20, the non-turbo Continental engine uses old school magnetos for engine starting and old school alternators for electrical output. Both are used for the Continental and Lycoming engines and have been known to fail from time to time. Versatility. The Bristell 915 can be flown into small little runways with grass. Grass runways are fine, where the Cirrus is happier on long paved runways. Operating expenses. Mainly because the fuel burn is so much less and the ability to use 93 octane can be an advantage down the road when 100 low lead goes away, and is immediately an advantage in that the fuel costs are more like $35 an hour on a Bristell versus $70 an hour on the Cirrus SR20. When you figure in all the expenses that are required, it is my guess that a Bristell will cost you $27,000 a year, and the Cirrus SR20 will be $41,000 a year. That would be based on fuel, hangar, maintenance, engine overhaul costs, and insurance. So that's the estimate on the operating expense. Warranty, both planes have great support, great companies, and outstanding warranty and support, whether you buy one or the other. Avionics. The BRISTELL 915 Turbo has dual 10-inch Garmin G3X touchscreens, which have traffic and weather, an integrated Garmin autopilot with electronic sensory protection. And the CIRRUS SR20 has all those same features, and it's certified avionics. So the avionics are just amazing in both planes. Training. The BRISTELL 915 Turbo training is available in Lancaster, PA, Sebring, Florida, and Shirley, New York. All locations follow the Landing Doctor training system. For more information, visit www.thelandingdoctor.com. CIRRUS SR training is excellent. If you'd like to learn more about the BRISTELL 915, please visit www.bristellaircraft.com or contact Lou Mancuso, the Landing Doctor, at lou@bristell.us or loumancuso@AOL, or call me at 516-658-1847. So I wanted to give you a sampling of the planes that are coming. The first one that arrives in March is this red one with the black interior. The next one that comes in April is a blue and white with a blue and white interior. Then there's another one in April that's silver and blue with a blue-black interior. That's just beautiful. Then there's one coming in June, which is also very attractive, a paint scheme in yellow with a yellow and black interior. Another one in June, which is midnight pearl blue and white with a black and white interior. Then you have a plane in July, which is white, red with black and gray trim and a black and white interior. And then we have one that's coming a year from now in March of 2024, which we repeat the scheme of the red and white with the black and white. And that one we're going to order with the ultimate panel, which is just an amazing amount of avionics. So that concludes the presentation. It's Lou Mancuso, the Landing Doctor. Happy flying, and I hope you enjoyed this comparison.